Hey guys, the next speaker I want to introduce is Mr. Sean Donahue. Now he's well known in internet marketing circles. This gentleman has made millions and millions of dollars online through e-commerce and stuff like that. And he is talking to us about how to maximize your sales online. He's got absolutely amazing examples and he shows you how to take your products online and to sell a lot more online. Hope you enjoy. Cheers.
7-figure businesses, and as I said, he is an absolute legend in internet marketing business. So please put your hands together and give it up for Mr. Sean Donahue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. How y'all doing? Okay. Today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people don't talk about, and that is smart commerce. Who here, put your hand up in the air, who here does e-commerce in any form? Physical commerce, okay, quite a few. Okay, good. Who's not doing it but would like to do it if they knew how to do it right? Okay, a lot more hands, that's good. Okay, well before I get started, thank you very much for that intro. Who knows who I am? Okay, quite a few. Okay, good. Well, I'll skip over this as much as possible. I am a serialpreneur, I'm an addict. I'm an investor, I work with venture capital firms. I've been doing business consulting I've been in the industry about 21 years, doing this at every level. I am, if anyone follows me on Facebook, an absolute geek. And I work with Fortune 500 companies. I work with multinational corporations, startups, doing a lot in Austin right now with a lot of tech startups. And a lot of people don't realize that my background is e-commerce. We're talking large-scale e-commerce. I owned for the longest time the second largest art store online, over 3 million line items. We were turning over 7 figures very nicely a year. I sold that in 2007 for a very nice sum, and that kickstarted our investment portfolio, and we had a lot of fun. But anyway, enough about me. I'm going to be talking about the goldmine that is out there in e-commerce right now. In 2016, by the end of this year, it's predicted that it's going to be a $2.1 trillion global industry. And today we're going to be talking about how you can tap into that at every level. The average US consumer spends $1,800 a year on e-commerce, and in 2016, the 80% of the US population has made at least one purchase, 50% have made at least 2. So in 2016, US e-commerce spending will hit $392 billion. And in 2017, US mobile commerce will be 50%. So there's going to be, mobile commerce is a huge thing and it's growing faster and faster, eclipsing desktop. And 2016 saw also the introduction of same-day delivery. Who here uses Prime Now every day? Okay, yeah, I mean, it's an amazing thing. Now, anyone keeping tabs, $2.1 trillion, 392 in the US. If you're missing out on and ignoring international markets, that's $1.6 trillion left on the table globally. And by 2020, it'll be $4.1 trillion. In other words, double what it is today. And that is huge. And who here is it just deals primarily with digital products right now? Yeah, quite a few people. Yeah, you're missing out on an absolute fortune outside of this space. Now, I do info products all the time, have done for years, but there is a massive opportunity. Millennials and everyone in between coming up, they only care about online. And that is what we're going to talk about a lot here today, is tapping into this industry, making the most of it at every level. Now, what I want you guys to do first of all is pull out your cell phones for a second and hold them in the air. There's a reason for this, thank you. Okay, what you guys didn't realize, this is going to be a little creepy fact, you carry a little piece of me in your pockets, and you didn't even know it. Okay, who's got a Windows cell phone? One person. Okay, I can't help you.
Sorry, it's not a Windows.
Okay.
Samsung, sorry.
Okay, well you can. Okay, because again, like I said, I'm a geek. Part of the kernel that powers your smartphones has got a little piece of my code on it. But for fun today, if you text IMSC to that number, 313131, I will send you this entire slide deck with everything that we're going to go through later on for you as just a nice little gift. So, 2017 is going to be the year of smart commerce. What do I mean by smart commerce? We're talking intelligent e-commerce, optimized e-commerce. We're talking about ways to maximize every single dollar of ad revenue you put in. You're listening to David Schloss right now, some great content there about Facebook. We talk about social commerce, making e-commerce smarter, more optimized, and profitable for you. One of the things that is going to be big in the coming years is real-time signal-driven analytics. Some of us use that right now in our digital businesses, but we're going to provide deeper insights, or this is what a lot of e-com is doing right now, looking at detailed, deeper insights for every aspect of your store. We're looking at tracking every single action that a customer takes from the very start of the process to the very end, what motivates them, what drives them, what gets them going. We're looking at all sorts of critical conversion bottlenecks. Small changes can make a huge impact, understanding the behavior of customers. We are looking at just minor differences in every little thing you do can have huge results. And outside of that, we are looking at predictive analytics. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio good? I heard it spiking. Okay, thank you. So we look at predictive analytics. I'm working with a company in Austin right now that is looking at artificial intelligence, for example. I can tell you by looking at the metadata collected and collated, how many people are in your household, what their interests are. I can identify, even from one IP address, the different interests, motivations, behaviors. It's very big brother NSA. Edward Snowden would love it. And at the end of the day, I can make predictions through predictive algorithms where you're going next, what your next thing you're probably going to be interested in, and then target ads specifically to that. So this is a huge thing coming in the next couple of years. And big data. I mean, we're talking about big data here. So another thing that's going to really be impactful, who here actually, for many products, will actually prefer to go to a physical store to look at the goods before they purchase? Put your hands up in that. Yeah. A lot of people want to put the human back in commerce. For example, if I'm going to a store, I want to buy a pair of jeans or a pair of cowboy boots or something like that. I want to physically see them, try them on, make sure everything's cool. And again, we also, by going to e-commerce, we're pulling the human aspect out of it. A lot of e-commerce stores are recognizing very quickly that if you put the human back into it, you can dramatically increase your profits. So one of the things is live customer engagement. You have three types of customer: disengaged, indifferent, and actively engaged. Now, if you actively engage your customers in any sort of way, that can drive 44% more people to your stores. And this works in IM as well. The average e-commerce consumer will spend, and actively engaged, will spend $373 per transaction. If they're disengaged or indifferent, that averages $276. So it's almost an extra $100, over 33% more. Now, another interesting little nugget here is with a lot of customers, they want live support during the checkout process or selection process. Maybe they can't find exactly what they want. Maybe they need help with a checkout. There's a little bottleneck there that's potentially there. They want that little bit of live support. Now, we've all seen companies use this little pop chat up. Hey, how can I help you today? That is going to be huge, but now we're going to introduce that with a lot of, this company I'm working with right now that's creating a live software for that, so you can get voice chat immediately with a sales assistant, or video chat. It's like the sales assistant comes up and says, hey, you found what you're looking for? You having any problems? Can I help you with anything? Are you looking for something specific? A lot of people, well, it's, to some people, like me, I find that annoying. I know what I want, I'm a guy. Okay, all the guys in here will relate to this. A lot of guys go into a store, they know what they want, boom, 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 done, out the door, I'm gone. But for a lot of people, sometimes they can't find what they want. If you're not if you're ignoring the potential with those customers, that is going to cause loss in profits. So bringing the human back in. There's a lot of people out there, like I said, 80% of the US market has made a purchase online, but they're not familiar enough with general commerce to keep going, so they want more help. So 90% of people who are not quite used to e-commerce still want that assistance. And one thing is, who here has a dedicated support system for their business? Anyone? Yeah, quite a few people. Who handles their own customer support for their business? Okay, a few people, okay. A lot of people want that live support, but if they don't get immediate help, they'll try once and they're gone. They don't get immediate help, which means loss in revenue, loss in profits. So putting the human back in here is very important. Answering questions is a great way to engage your customers through either video, voice, and chat, like I just mentioned. Personalized promotional emails, tailored emails based on behaviors, actions, intents will allow you to create massive engagement. Quoting customers, if you get customer feedback, testimonials, or just a thank you email, putting that out there can have a great impact because it shows everyone else who's engaged with you that you respect, value your customers. So quoting them, putting a tweet out, hey, we just got a comment from David that he loved our checkout. Thank you very much for you're an awesome customer. People see that, engage through Snapchat, Twitter, any other platform, boom, they love it. If you get testimonial videos, testimonial messages, or people showing live action using your products, put that shit up on social media. They love it. Okay, consistent value content. I'm going to show you an example of some e-commerce applications in a moment. And one thing we do is a barbecue business. Okay, I love cooking, but I'm not huge into barbecues. Okay, but one of the things that we do, excuse me, glass of water. But one of the things we do is we'll produce video content about different recipes, different things you can do with the grill, little hacks, barbecue hacks. People love that. And it keeps them engaged with your business. You're top of mind all the time. Another thing that we're doing a lot with is digital assistants. So does anyone know what a digital assistant is? Okay. I'm not surprised a lot of people haven't heard of this. This is cool. Anything that you can do automated on your store, your website, that accelerates the checkout process and stops them filling in forms. A digital assistant would be, if you're going to a checkout, it's already pre-filled with stored information. Who's gone to, say, a ClickFunnels page or a lead page, and it's already pre-filled with your name and your email? All you do is press the button. Yeah, a lot of people have seen that. Yeah, that's a digital assistant right there. Digital assistants have added $2 billion for e-commerce stores, and a lot of people are using that right now. Targeted interest behavior-based rewards programs. There's a system that Amazon is testing and rolling out right now where if you are showing a specific interest in any series of products, you've already seen that, hey, you might also like, or related products and everything else. That's in the ballpark. But imagine again with predictive analytics, if you are, and I'll give an example, if you're moving to a different state, when you move, you need all sorts of different things. You need to connect up with different services. You're wanting to make sure that you've got all your infrastructure. Well, if you have shown a behavior based on what you're doing right now, and it leads on naturally as a progression to that, then again, we can drop those things in your inbox before you even know you need it. So it's like, oh yeah, I was gonna need that, that's a good point, I got that. You can do that with e-commerce as well. And you can do that with loyalty programs and everything else based on those predictive interests. Basically, put the human back into your e-commerce. Now, we mentioned the mobile side of things. This is huge. The US is actually lagging behind the rest of the world right now. We are gonna be in the next year, 50% of all e-commerce is going to be on a mobile phone. The rest of the world, it's 72%. So we're catching up. However, digital assistants, like I mentioned, generated $2 billion. However, how many times do you reach for your phone a day? 50 to 100 times? I've probably done it at least 20 times in the time I've been sat here this morning. People, their lives are on their cell phones. Who, if they were on a desert island right now, would demand that they have their cell phone with them to keep them safe? I can't live in that. It drives my wife absolutely nuts. In fact, I've got 2 cell phones on me right now. Because, you know, one is just apparently not enough. So, let's see. I always go off on tangents, guys. So if I go off on a random story here, you'll know why. Only 14% of e-commerce stores right now are optimized for mobile. There's a, excuse me, I can't remember the name of this. Yeah, this mobile app builder that they're using for this event. If you are reselling to e-commerce customers, creating apps for them, there's a huge opportunity there right now. Because again, loads of businesses are not even optimized for that, not realizing they're already losing half their customers. Excuse me. How many people use their cell phones right now to pay for goods when they go into a store? With the Apple Pay, Android Pay, or anything? Okay. Becoming more and more adaptive. E-commerce stores right now are realizing that they're missing out with people, again, wanting to pay, they're surfing on their cell phone, and they just want to click a button and pay for it directly with their digital wallets. Banks are slowly catching up. In fact, Chase only just connected, for example, with Android Pay in the last 3 days. But it's becoming more and more to the point where you won't even need a credit card. All you'll need is your cell phone. And e-commerce stores are realizing very quickly that there is a potential there for optimized checkouts and commerce. So, other quick trends as we're doing this data analysis. Trends for 2017 and beyond. Virtual sales forces will be standard. Prime-like shopping. Who here has Amazon Prime? Outside of Prime Now, but just Amazon Prime. Okay, who can't live without it? Keep the hands up. Okay, yeah. Prime-like experiences are going to become commonplace. Other businesses and e-commerce businesses right now are realizing, hey, Amazon's onto something here. Not a surprise, it's Jeff Bezos. But they are doing a lot of realization that they need to invest in infrastructure to create these distribution warehouses and everything else. Who here has seen Amazon's new aircraft? Okay, anyone seen they have what's called Prime 1. It's not Transformers, it's not Optimus Prime, but they are trying to replace and create their own delivery infrastructure right around FedEx and UPS, because they can't get the packages to the customers fast enough. They're talking about drones. Who's heard about Amazon's drone endeavors? Amazing stuff. They're actually trialing it right now in San Francisco, and again, dealing with the FAA. It's a few different things, but they want to make sure they're getting the packages to the customers, what they call the last mile. Right now in Texas, I don't know if it's across the entire country, but they're actually getting USPS, the Postal Service, to deliver on Sundays to make sure the packages get there. It's the first time that the Postal Service is delivered on Sundays, but they're doing that specifically for Amazon. Social selling. Who sells anything on social media? Okay, if your hand's not up in the air, first of all, that's a problem. But social selling and social commerce will become huge. in 2017, as well as the same-day delivery Prime Now experience. And something we're going to talk about a lot in a moment is focused funnel e-commerce. Has anyone heard the concept of focused funnel e-commerce? Good. Okay, that's good because that's something we're going to talk about in detail in a moment. Virtual reality and artificial intelligence are going to become very, very popular in the next 3 years. Who here has played around with a virtual reality headset in any way? Okay, is that not the coolest goddamn thing on the planet? I've been wanting this kind of level of virtual reality and beyond since I was a kid. I'm strapping on this set. I drive my wife nuts. I'm a geek. Okay, I'm gonna go off on a geek tangent. I play a lot of video games that are like flight sims. I'm sat there going, leaning in my chair. You know, she sat next to me. We both have a side-by-side office. She's looking at me as I'm kind of leaning and moving with the joystick. She goes, what are you doing? And I'm ducking. And she goes, oh, okay, you've got the headset on, huh? It's good fun. But in e-commerce terms, this is going to be great. Because imagine walking, and this is a company I'm working with right now. Imagine you've got a headset on, and you're walking through a virtual mall. You can create a virtual avatar of yourself. You can try on the different clothes without ever leaving your chair. You can see how you look in that particular suit or that lovely dress. Those shoes go nice with that dress. I'm not buying a dress, I'm just saying. But those putting the reality back in the virtual experience by looking at the different products. I want to go through those cars, I may be looking for a car. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at that one. I can walk around the entire vehicle. Check it out, it's cool. I like that, that's fine. Now I can switch across to another store, all with a headset. It's putting the tactile back into a virtualized, impersonal experience. And artificial intelligence, I won't go off on a geeky tangent there, but I can tell you right now, if you're looking at any business to invest in, if you're looking at where technology is going to go in the next 5 years, the biggest trends is going to be artificial intelligence. A lot of the VC companies I'm working with right now, they're throwing billions and billions of dollars into AI companies because that is the next evolution in the tech sector. Anyway, the bottom line is e-commerce is evolving fast. It's becoming a more personal experience and a lot more adaptive. Now there are two core types of e-commerce. What we call multi-product e-commerce, that's your traditional Amazon, Costco type stores, and you have what we call focused funnel. Now a lot of you guys in the digital space, you'll be very familiar with what I'm about to show you, but we're changing it around for physical products. And it is an absolute goldmine. So we're going to take a look at a focused funnel e-com setup. If you're not taking notes for this next section, you definitely want to have a pen and paper in front of you. What we're going to be talking about here is what we call a very powerful way to do physical commerce and a very lucrative form. In e-commerce, it's traditional that the profit margin is about 40 to 50% on a physical product. Now for us digital guys, we know that we don't have to warehouse anything, it's a lot of profit for the goods that we do. However, what we're going to be doing here is we offer, with a focused funnel, we start off with a free gift plus shipping and handling. We might start off with a simple video ad like this on YouTube, Facebook. We want to show whatever our particular offer is with the product in use. One of the best ways to engage a customer is not with the actual product itself, it's results focused. So a simple ad, in this case we're doing the barbecue store I mentioned earlier on, and it's a simple free gift which is a barbecue mat. You put it on indirect heat, there's no mess, nothing drops through the grill, and it cooks evenly. It's a really, really great little gadget. So when you're doing this kind of focused funnel e-commerce, You want to do something that people may not have even seen or heard of, something that's cool and creates what's called an impulse. We want impulse purchases because, as any of us know, impulse purchases are the best customers ever because they'll buy anything you throw in front of them. So we'll have a very simple funnel, a very simple page. It just says, hey, rush me my grilling mat. We'll show them a product. Well, actually, I'm going to do I got my laser. Yeah, cool. So that's the mat, but we show it in use. We show them that, hey, this is how you use the product. This is the kind of cool stuff you could be doing. Okay? And then we have a very simple call to action. Yes, rush me that product right now. And then we have scarcity and social proof. Things like, how many have been purchased right now? Hey, 2,193 being claimed already, only a few left. Now the cool thing is, you can get that right now. It sells on Amazon and other places for 20 bucks. Why pay 20 bucks when I can send you one right now? Conversions on this are incredible. This is a multi-six-figure-a-month funnel. So as we break this down, again, more action shots of it in use. Again, you see that one that was in the video ad that we showed just now, and people using it, the different things they're doing with it. What you're doing is you're visualizing them, or they're visualizing themselves, having that in process, what they can do with it. They can see themselves using that product right now. Again, we don't buy products, we buy results. We buy outcomes. Write that down. We don't buy products, we buy results and outcomes. So again, what we're doing here is a few little details about the product. We give them some little, hey, express shipping. It's going to be with you within 21 days. We ship them from China directly to the customer. It's all drop shipped. I never see a single product. And then, again, call to action again. Very important thing, we split test this. Even though I've got a big ass orange button right there, I put a little link underneath. It does exactly the same thing. We found that that got 10% of all the clicks. Not the big ass button that says yes, the little text link. So we added that in there, gave us 10% boost and lift. Next, just at the bottom of the page, we have some of these little kind of security badges. We tell them, you know, hey, fast shipping, it's free, it's secure, quality, limited time, and then again, more social proof. If you have testimonials for what you're doing, the product, again, those are the things that tip people over the edge, saying, okay, it's free, what have I got to lose? So again, just simple calls to action, and in this case, I changed the phone number. Do not dial 12345678890. Obviously, I changed that around, so I don't want everyone calling right now. But again, that's just a very simple base page. If you ever offer a free product, even if it's a digital product, use this template. Use this layout that you've just seen. Converts like crazy. Now, when you click the button, simple thing happens. You get a little pop-up, put your name and email. What we're doing right now is very important. We want micro commitments. Again, with smart commerce, you're looking at minimizing every step as much as you can. And again, we all have, who's got online, and I know the answer to this is obviously, but being just that little hesitancy whenever you've got a button to push. It's like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Yeah, a lot of people. We're removing those barriers because this is a cold lead. This is social media. You haven't probably had a chance to warm up your audience just yet. We got cold leads. So anytime you can minimize the barrier to entry, this is what we're doing. So we're asking for a name and an email, and then we're looking at enter your shipping info. We're not saying act now, click here, or anything like that. We're telling them what to expect next. The next page is the shipping information. We're basically giving a reassurance, and that is critical. We tried the click here and simple call to action. Our conversions dropped by 50%. So again, just that simple little call to action, what's happening next, the next step. Then we take them through a simplified checkout process. Kind of looks like this. We have a big ass image. Again, this is what you're going to be able to do with this wonderful free gift that we're going to send you right now. That's the first thing they see. Again, you're creating a visual impression of them in use with this product. Then, and here's a cool thing, this is one of the things that most people don't do. So, Sean, get your amazing barbecue right now. So, Sean, where should we ship it to? We're personalizing it. We've suddenly connected them with that information. And the reason we're doing that is because we got it on the last slide. Okay, we got that from their submission, so we pass that data on to the next page. We make it about them. We put the human back in the entire process. Now, moving on. Simple. We've seen these with purchases we've probably done online with digital products. Simple checkout process, and again, summary of information. We remind them how many have been claimed, a little bit of scarcity timer, and a couple of more simple testimonials that make them feel good. Simple big ass checkout button. In this case, I disabled this in case anyone catches a URL, but we put it back in test mode. But again, simple, Stripe checkout, boom, rock and rolling. More of the security kind of enabled trust builders, and we're rocking and rolling. Now, here's the cool thing. We ask them to say, hey, this is free, but help us with the shipping and handling. Now, our dropshipper is in China. They will ship to 71 countries, and it costs me $1.95. I charge $2.95. That extra dollar can go to create many more leads. I'm not looking to make a profit on the free product. What I'm looking for is building leads, but we're doing several cool things at once. We're creating paid customers, people who will take out, even on a free product, they're engaged enough and hooked enough to buy on impulse. We have real name and email. Why? Because it's actually their credit card. We're not putting at yousuck@gmail.com or no, you can't have my email at yahoo.com. We're getting real information. And if you see that on your Skype, on your contact forms, that wasn't me that put that in there. We have their physical address and their phone number. David Schloss mentioned earlier on about webinars. Getting their phone number is great. SMS reminders. If you get an SMS from me saying, hey, your package is shipped, here's the information. Guess what? I'm building a relationship with you, and if you get a message from me in the future, or my business, or my store, guess what? You're gonna read it. 97% of SMSs get read, as opposed to only about 14% of emails. So we have that contact information to create engagement, reciprocity, trust, and rapport with our future business. We've also created an account with our business, which means they're now connected and hooked in with every other system we're doing. CRMs, predictive analytics, we're looking at every action, behavior, and intent of those customers. And, of course, we drop retargeting pixels everywhere. So we can retarget every step of what happens next. And of course, we've tagged them with everything else we do with our CRMs. So, now, the next step. Okay, we've gone through the free offer. We've given them the ability to check out, and we've simplified the entire process. We offer them a nice little upsell, and this is what I call a stacked upsell. Now here's the thing, you get one mat in this example. That's great. I got a big ass barbecue. One mat's gonna only cover a little bit of it. Oh, hello. I'm a little closer to the mic. So, you've got one mat. Give them a stack. Now you've got multiple mats. You can fill up your entire grill. You can be a grilling legend, oh God. Again, you're playing to the results orientation. So we stack them saying, hey, instead of paying $19.99 for one, you can add 3 more to your offer right now. So again, showing them intent, application, and then give me 67% off of that $19.99 instead of paying, I can't remember how much it was now off the top of my head. But again, that one button is a one-click upsell. We've already got an account we've just created. We've got their payment information that they've just entered. We have their credit card because they just placed an order. They click that button, boom, it's added to their order automatically. And again, what we do is more in use, a little more information about the product, a little more calls to action, because now we're asking them for a little bit more money. And again, same basic process. Buttons, scarcity, another button, reminder of how much they're saving, and security seals. It's as simple as that. Now, the cost of that from the dropshipper is only $5.85. My profit is $14. That's 241% profit. Who would like 241% profit for everything they do? Okay, yeah, exactly. As opposed to, as I said earlier on, most people looking at only 40 to 50% profit on e-commerce. This is focused funnel. Now, what if they say no? Well, fine. We'll offer them a co-related product. Here's another. I love gadgets. I love geeky stuff. And I'm an impulse buyer. If you put Star Wars products in front of me on Facebook, I'm going to be your #1 customer. I'm a complete impulse purchaser. For anything that just catches my eye or I think is cool. And there are millions and billions of customers out there that are the same way. If they have an interest or a passion about any product, any industry, any service they're doing, this is what it's all about. So we'll give them a nice little co-related product. This is there's actually, a lot of these exist, but they're all plastic. This one's a metal burger press for those who like grilling. And again, I'm targeting interests. People who are really into grilling are really into grilling. They think, they'll do absolutely everything to create the best results. So we give them the opportunity to do that. And again, this is usually sells in stores for 30 bucks. We pick it up from China, very, very cheap, but we'll say, hey, save 50%. Boom, done. Now again, a burger press is not that interesting. It's 2 pieces of metal with a piece of wood. It's not that interesting. So again, we don't show even close-ups of the metal ridges. We actually give them pictures of it in use. Again, results-orientated commerce. We showed the on the grill, happy little girl eating a burger. Were those actually pressed with this? I have no idea. I picked it up on deposit photos. It doesn't matter. But what are they doing? They're connecting the results with this action. And again, we've already got all their information. It's a one-click upsell. So again, this is the same template that we use throughout the entire funnel. More social proof. Hey, this is great. And this one cracked me up. Impressive. I'm like, okay, we've got a copywriter here. So again, verified purchase, 5 stars, we love it, everything else. And we timestamp it, so it's like 9 hours ago, 1 day ago. It shows that people are buying this right now. And we change this up every now and then as a new one comes in, it's all great. So again, we remind them of the price, the discount, a little bit of scarcity, get rocking. Cost from dropshipper, $7. Our profit, $7.99, 114% profit. Now, again, let's offer them another upsell. Something simple, again, higher, perceive. We're going up in scale. And we'll do that with a wireless thermometer. Again, geeks heaven. It's wireless. It's a thermometer, but it's wireless. So, something like that, again, not, if it was just by itself, it would look like, okay, we've got a picture of a cow on it, that's got to be cool. Okay? It's not a fantastic, if you saw that just on the shelf, you're like, okay, it's a thermometer. So again, show it in use. I didn't have an in use one for this, so I put just a picture of a burger behind it. You get the point. So, and again, using exactly the same template as I showed you, so I'm not going to go through the same structure again, and we get repetitive here. That only costs us $16. Our profit, $18. So again, doubling our money every step of the way. And then a co-related downsell, if they don't want a thermometer, and that thermometer is actually pretty cool because it will tell you all the different meats, the optimum temperatures, where you are. You can use it in your oven, barbecue, you can use it in your microwave even. You just stick it in there, stick with your gadget, and it's like, okay, I'm sat on the couch having a beer, I'm good to go. Hey, it's done, okay. And then you've got perfect results. But if they don't want that, yeah, we'll offer them a cleaning brush. Another weird gadget, steam cleans your grill. Okay, all good. Save 70 or 58%. Anyway, same kind of thing. Cost us $11, we ship it to them, make 173% profits on that. Are you getting the idea there's a lot of profit in e-commerce? This is very simple to do, okay? So, well, we don't stop there. It's more money on the table. We'll offer what's called a variant on the thank you page, because you've purchased, you've got all your orders all done. Thank you very much for your order. We appreciate you and everything you do. Here's one more offer. And we'll do what's called a variant. Again, I like to use with these what I call comfort products, or something that's kind of like, oh, that's cool, I like it. So in this case, we've got an inflatable lounger. So while you're sat pressing your burgers, waiting for your grilling mat to grill your salmon, and you've got your wireless gadget in your hand with the thermometer, you can be sat in the pool with one of these, or relax on your grass with a beer in your hand, and you're good to go. But again, very simple. Wait, final chance, get rocking, and again, more social proof. Add this, but what we're doing here is something different. We're not doing a one-click upsell. What we're doing is taking them back to the main store with the thousands and thousands of other products we have in that e-commerce store. So we've gone from cold lead to a video ad to a focused funnel, and now we're saying, oh, we don't just do these weird geeky gadgets, we do everything. And now we have a customer who's committed, engaged, and looking at everything that we're doing. So, quick overview. A lot of you guys in the digital commerce space will be very familiar with this. Simple, free shipping and handling, front-end offer, optimized checkout, upsell, downsell, upsell, downsell. You'll notice that there's 4 thank you pages. The reason for that is if you're doing URL-based conversion tracking, they're all identical. The only difference is they've got a different pixel on there, and if you're doing URL tracking, it makes things easier. So we're dropping pixels, we're dropping emails and follow-ups. Again, smart commerce. And the other cool thing you can do, there are so many products out there that are released in your, whatever your industry and interest is, that you can have multiple free offers leading into the same funnel. There's one we're testing right now, which is a pair of bear claws. I'm not talking Wolverine here, although that would be cool. But if you're doing, who loves pulled pork sandwiches? As you can tell, I do. Love pulled pork. So these bear claws, you use it to shred your meat and everything else. Really cool. Costing you 50 cents. And again, $1 shipping. Great offer, it's converting like wildfire right now. So, once we've done that, we link them into our main store. You can see this here. And again, that's a multi-product e-commerce store. We've got some kind of just engagement hooks, different categories. We've got logos, what's on sale, what's hot right now, and boom. So we're using these focused funnels purely as massive, profitable lead generation, and then using that to bump up our store, building targeted audiences at every step, building up hot, hungry impulse buyers that will, if we drop them a link, say, hey, we've got a new cool thing, go grab it. Done deal. So, the 2 types of products that we have here.
Sorry, mate, is that possible to do audio too, mate?
Hold on 2 seconds. You're gonna love what I'm about to show you. You're jumping the gun, but that's all right, because yes, it is Profit Builder, based around that, but we're doing something very special. There's traditional multi-product commerce, which is, again, your Amazon-style stores, simple, catalog style. You can go through your normal checkout process, you get to a thank you page, and hey, here's your order summary, it'll be shipped shortly. That's standard, okay? Traditional. Then you have your focused funnel as well. That is the rapid checkout, one-click upsells, and everything else combined the 2. The problem is that existing solutions for either one of these are a pain in the ass to set up. You have to have a degree in marketing. Anyone here run a Shopify store? Okay, 1 person, two people. Okay. For using that as an example, you only have a limited approach to that. If you want to have any of the really useful features, you have to buy add-ons, and more add-ons, and more add-ons. So it can cost hundreds. I've got a guy who, before he even starts, okay, most people go for the $297 package because you get a discount in their merchant processing. So to start with a basic store, it's $297 a month. The add-ons on top of that can add hundreds and hundreds of dollars. He pays about $1,000 before he's ever sold a single product. A lot of these systems also, out of the box, lack a lot of the critical features, tying into the smart commerce and everything else that we're talking about earlier on. They severely limit your options. In fact, traditionally, if you wanted to do what I just showed you, you would need to have an e-commerce setup and then some sort of funnel builder separately. And that just exponentially increases your cost. And you've got to get them to talk to each other, which they don't because the APIs are all screwed up. It's a pain. And they also restrict your abilities to do rapid commerce and limit you to one path. You can't traditionally do those focused funnels on a traditional e-com store. You can't do funnels on an e-commerce store, and a funnel builder can't do multi-product e-commerce. That is until now. Told you, Walt, it was coming. So, this is something we've been working on for the last 2 years.
By the way, guys, every time I've asked Sean about something cool that he's doing, he goes, "Oh, that's probably." It's awesome.
Well, I was going to show, there was going to be a video here, but apparently it's not playing. So, we've developed a platform called Sellosity because of the limitations we saw in the industry. It is e-commerce evolved and it's launching on November 17th. You'll be seeing a lot more about this over the coming weeks. This is the first time it's ever been announced. I was doing this for Simon's group. So what we're doing is e-commerce evolved. Smart commerce enabled. You can deploy one of these sites and stores ready to rock in under 10 minutes. All you do is add products. You can add products from anywhere. It could be dropshipper. We have a dropshipping engine. You can add your own products. You can have your own fulfillment centers. It doesn't matter what you want to do. We have a system that can do it. So, rapid store deployment. Drag and drop builder, courtesy of Profit Builder, which is our own proprietary system. You can easily import products from anywhere. AliExpress, Walmart, Amazon, eBay, your own system. If you have a relationship with a physical product person, no problem. If you have CSV files, no problem. You can do focused funnel e-commerce. That entire funnel you just saw was built in under 3 hours using this system. You have one-click upsells and smart checkout. Now, what do I mean by smart checkout? Imagine that we've got all their information, but what we can do is any time in the future, we can offer the express style checkout on any product, or if we need extra information, it will go through the checkout as far as possible up to the point where we need more information. So again, that's one of those digital assistants that we talked about earlier on, optimizing across the board. We also have a powerful dropship engine, which allows you to, with any customer that you have, and any vendor that you have, as soon as the order is placed, the order goes out immediately to the dropshipper to send that product. You never see anything happening. You don't have to handle products, you don't have to send out emails, you can do all sorts of very cool stuff. It is smart marketing enabled. You saw that personalization that we did through that funnel. You have advanced reporting and predictive analytics. We also have, anyone do t-shirts or mugs or anything else? Okay, we do print on demand integration as well. We also do a lot of training. There's a lot of these stores and systems out there, SaaS platforms. When it comes, yeah, they give you some great tools, that's fine. They don't teach you the business. They don't teach you all the ins and outs of e-commerce. I don't like leaving those stones unturned. So I will, again, in this, you will have the ability to do and learn the ins and outs of creating a highly successful, profitable e-commerce business. And it's built on a proven e-commerce engine that already powers 37% of online businesses for the e-commerce space. It has 1 million installations worldwide already, and that's 3 times more than Shopify. We also do social commerce. There's 1.59 billion users on Facebook, 320 million users on Twitter, 100 million growing rapidly on Pinterest. That is an e-commerce hub. Pinterest, love that. So yeah, everything is social optimized, and of course, 100% mobile friendly. As I said, that is growing faster and faster and faster every single week, and so we want to make sure that we're locked in across the board. Again, this is the dashboard. As you can see, it's a very powerful platform. You've got all the data, everything you need to know about the status of your business at any one time. We want to make things simple. A lot of systems are very, very complex. So we also have a front-end store editor, so you can check out all your products, add new products, tweak them, twist them, whatever you want to do. And we have a SMARTMAIL system with intelligent follow-ups. So you can create trigger-based, behavior-based actions. Literally, boom, you take one action, you trigger one event. It could be a scheduled, pre-thought, pre-cognitive. It's like Minority Report. And again, boom, you can send out all your promotions. We also have Sellosity Labs, which is our training area. Again, we have these action plans where you can learn all the different ins and outs. We do live calls every single week, teaching people all the different aspects of business. And we also have, who hates building funnels, building pages, building products, and all the rest of it? Well, we've also created a concierge service where you can get them to do it all for you. You tell them what you want, boom, done. They'll set up your store, they'll set up all the graphics, branding, they will find you products to sell right now based on what you want to do, boom, done. And also, if you want to build out a funnel with what we've been talking about, they'll do that too. So anyway, outside of all that, we have a vision and a mission. We want to help 50,000 entrepreneurs create an online e-commerce business and empire in the next 12 months. The big goal, and here's how we're going to do it. Phase 1, we're going to do a 1-week affiliate launch. This is charter access. It'll be incredibly discounted. That's happening on November 17th. That's part 1 of the game plan. Part 2 is we'll be doing in the beginning of next year a user base expansion. This is going to be private webinars, social media webinars, automated webinars, and everything else. Phase 3, and like I said, I work with a lot of different investment companies and venture capitalists. We're going to do angel round funding. That's public access. We open it up, and boom, we're hitting the ground running, and then we're going to go to Series A funding, and that is where we dump every single dollar into a big marketing push. Our goal, as I said, is 50,000 people with their own business. Now, as I said, you can pull out your cell phones if you want a copy of that slide deck, including all of those templates and everything else. Just text that number and I'll broadcast. I'll send that out after the event. And as you can see, e-commerce is evolving fast. It is a 2.1 trillion business that's going to grow to 4.1 trillion by 2020. And there you go, that's it. If you'd like to get more information when we go live, that's the link right there, sellosity.com/JV. If you are interested in this product and more information about it, we'll give you, as I say, over the next few weeks, we'll be releasing more and more. And that's it, time for a few questions, if you have questions.
Good applause.
Okay, Alan, you got a question, sir?
I do. How does the system handle returns that would come through, or does it handle returns?
Absolutely can. Here's the thing, with the amount of profit you make generally with a lot of this stuff, your dropshipper will have a returns policy, and it's usually got an RMA slip or something in there. For the free products and the cheap products, if someone's returning a product that they've only spent $2.95 on, eat it. Who cares? But for the bigger stuff, usually dropshippers will have a return policy, RMAs, return merchandise, authorization, and everything else, and they handle it all. If you're working with a dropshipper and you don't know whether they do have that, ask. And if they don't, if they can't handle returns, then that's something you'll have to set up yourself. But again, I always work with processors that will do it, and you won't have all those problems. So, any other questions? Yeah, okay, jump on the front here.
How long from China to your customer? And is all the same package or?
Usually because it depends on the what you set up, obviously. With the free products and the focused funnel, it's usually 14 days, but I say 21 days, just in case there's a delay. But they do these, it's called package shipping.
E-packet.
E-packet, that's it. I was trying to remember the name, thank you. E-packets, it's cheap as chips to send, but it's usually about 14 days. It could be as little as 7 days. And if you told them, if you've set an expectation of 21 days, and it arrives in 7 days, is your customer going to be upset? No. So give yourself a little leeway. I take the Scotty approach from Star Trek. You cannot take any more, Jim. Oh, it cannot be done. And then he does it in 3 seconds. Okay, so set a lower bar, and then over-deliver. So yeah, go ahead.
Does the concierge service connect us with the dropshipper himself too?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Does the concierge service connect us with the dropshipper?
Yes. We recommend several different dropshipping places and several different approaches to it, but it can also help you with finding different dropshippers as well if you want to create relationships. You got a question? Yeah, go ahead, John.
Payment processes, who does it integrate with?
Everything. Here's the thing, Sellosity is a self-hosted platform built on a proven engine that has a massive existing community and an amazing range of existing integrations that are free of charge. So you can do everything from Braintree, Stripe, Authorized.net. One of the big things that drives me nuts with a lot of the e-com platforms out there is you're limited to them. And they rape you. And they don't buy you dinner first. It's not good. So rather than be locked into them, we want to make sure we give them maximum flexibility for absolutely everything, so you can hook in absolutely anything you like. I think one time for one more question. Man in the slash hat, all he needs is a guitar. Yeah, give him Mike. Thank you. My hearing.
Hello, is that on? Yeah. Hi, Sean. At the beginning, you know, when you personalise the sales pages, put the name on. Okay. Have you got their credit card details by that? Because how do you know that you give them the correct name?
Well, we're assuming that because of the way we structured that pop-up, that, hey, this is the part or starting of the payment process, because it says next, enter your shipping information. They're increasingly more likely to put in the real information. So if they put, my name's Fred Flintstone, and it'll say, yeah, Fred Flintstone, on the next page, because we haven't got their payment information yet. But what we will do, though, is as they're actually checking out, they're putting in the credit card details, if they have, say, put bullshit information in there, by the time they go through the checkout, they've actually put their real name in there. Guess what? We've got that lead, and then everything is correct. So what we're doing there is more personalization and integration and connecting them with the product, the funnel, and the process. And with that particular use of copywriting there, saying, hey, next, enter your shipping information, we found that they're 100 times more likely to put in their real information right from the start.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, go ahead.
Projected cost.
I'm sorry, say again?
Projected price.
Of Sellosity when it launches, it's going to be $297 one-time fee. No monthly costs. It will be an annual, because obviously we're adding and expanding. When we go to phase 2, which will be webinar, we'll be raising the cost to $997 for the year. So the charter access, again, that's the door opening, welcome, come on in price, and get charter access. Yeah, go ahead.
Which language is going to be available? Only in English?
The cool thing is that it's language independent. And the platform, the engine we're using underneath is already translated into pretty much every language out there. So for your focused funnels and everything else, as you're building your store, you can use any language you like, and you can build it up yourself and change it around. It'll work with any currency. It'll also work with, you can set up your own shipping systems for your different country, and there's lots of abilities to handle all the different currencies, formatting and everything else. So it's very, very adaptive. We wanted to create something that anyone in the world can use and start rocking and rolling. Which country are you from, sir? Okay, so yeah, but again, you've got lots of independent processors over there that will work within that framework. You can set it up to handle the Deutschmark, no problem at all, you're ready to rock. So, yeah, you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Is the size per store?
It's you can create as many stores as you like. There is a licensing, so you can create a certain number of stores, and you can go beyond that if you want to. We have different options there, but yeah, it's basically you can set up as many stores as you want. It's for personal use only, so not for clients. They would need their own license and everything else because it's tied to them.
Just one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is the concierge service a à la carte service, or is that wrapped up in the initial price?
There's additional fees for that, depending on what you want to do. If you want to add 1,000 products, it's going to cost you more than adding 100 products or 10 products. However far you want to go, they will help you every step of the way. You know, obviously, depending on what you want to do, there's going to be a fee attached to that. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. One more.
Did you connect it with an affiliate system too, so that with a planning, for example?
That's an interesting question. We actually, I'm working out a deal right now with an affiliate platform that will work perfectly in with this. So you can have affiliates promoting your products and everything else straight off the bat. That will hopefully be ready by the time we launch. But yeah, that's a great question, and yeah, that's coming. And you can also, one thing that we're going to be adding is subscription-based commerce. Does anyone get, like with Amazon, buying products and then have them going every month? Yeah. So we're going to do that. There's going to be a membership platform that will tie in with it. Possibilities are limitless. So we got some really big plans as we're going forward to create one of the best e-commerce and funnel-based products in the world. So thank you very much.
Thank you, please, Mr. Sellosity.